Hi everyone, my name is Milan and I work with the Whiting Fire Department, and today I'm going to be reading you a story about a very talented and hardworking baker named Aunt Pinky. This story is called Pinky's Sweet Tooth by Michelle Malkin. Alright, when most people are still snug under their covers, my Aunt Pinky is already at work, cracking eggs, mixing up batter, and putting funny little shapes into dough into the oven. Aunt Pinky owns a bakery named Pinky's Sweet Tooth. Her motto is, "Vegetables can wait, dessert comes first." When I'm not at school, I help Aunt Pinky at the bakery. It's not easy getting out of bed before the sun comes up. Sometimes I want to turn off my alarm and go back to sleep. But Aunt Pinky is expecting me, so I get up, brush my teeth, and go right over to the Sweet Tooth. It's my job to set out the ingredients. Baking is like magic. You start with some flour, baking powder, and a smidgen of salt. Cream together butter and sugar, crack some eggs, stir in milk, and add a little vanilla. Mix the whole thing up, pop it in the oven, and presto! Out comes a delicious cake. Look at all her ingredients there. "Don't forget the chocolate, Lulu," says Aunt Pinky. "Today we'll need extra. I'm making chocolate yummies. Chocolate bunny pie, chocolate fudge surprise, chocolate cocoa cups, and 6 triple chocolate frenzy torts." Aunt Pinky always asks for extra chocolate. When Aunt Pinky first opened up the Sweet Tooth, things were a little slow. Most people did not know she made the best desserts in town. There were only a few regular customers. Louie dropped in at noon every day for a slice of fresh blueberry pie. Henrietta arrived before tea time to pick up an assortment of scones. Daisy came back before closing time. She couldn't live without the chocolate fudge surprise. Still, there were usually some desserts left over at the end of the day. "Don't worry," Aunt Pinky would say. "Fame isn't easy to come by. You have to know what you want. Work very hard and have luck on your side. Without luck on your side, well, then you have to get up really early in the morning." "There's going to be a contest for the best dessert in the county," said Aunt Pinky, waving the invitation at me. "You make the best desserts in the whole universe," I said. "You have to enter the contest." "What a wonderful idea," she exclaimed. "I have to bake something extraordinary. I must win this contest." By the time we were ready for our cookie break, Aunt Pinky had thought of not one, but 3 possible prize winners. "What about my triple chocolate frenzy tort?" she said, "or my chocolate cocoa cups? Or I could do my chocolate yummies. They're a real crowd pleaser." "What about your chocolate bunny pie?" I asked. "Oh no," cried Aunt Pinky. "I completely forgot about my chocolate bunny pie." Later, there was a delay during the afternoon rush. "I'll be right with you," said Aunt Pinky to a peevish Henrietta. She was busy searching through her recipe file for the perfect dessert. Several days passed, and Aunt Pinky could not decide which dessert to make. She asked her loyal customers for advice. Louie's first choice was his usual mouth-watering blueberry pie. Henrietta suggested her personal favorite, the scrumptious huckleberry scone. Daisy voted for the dessert she couldn't live without, the heavenly chocolate fudge surprise. They were no help at all. Aunt Pinky stayed up late, thinking of new desserts, so many of them tempted her sweet tooth. She decided it was time to ask an expert, someone who knew the difference between pretty good and out of this world. Someone like me. On Friday afternoon, Aunt Pinky made up a batch of every kind of cake, pie, and cookie she could think of. I poured a glass of cold milk and got right to work. I had narrowed my decision to either a chocolate yummy, a tutti frutti cookie, a cherry cheese dream, or a chocolate bunny pie. When Aunt Pinky came out of the kitchen again, "Lulu, you've got to try these. I just came up with some new recipes." She was holding a tray piled high with treats, and she was covered in flour from head to tail. Everything was delicious. Finally, I had to admit that I didn't know which dessert was the yummiest, and I was ready to burst. What were we going to do? The rules said one dessert per contestant, and the county fair was tomorrow. Look at all those snacks there. That night, Aunt Pinky called me at home. Lulu, meet me at the dessert booth tomorrow morning, she said. What dessert are you making? I asked. I can't talk right now, she replied. I've got a lot of baking to do. The next day, I got to the fair early and went right to the dessert booth. Aunt Pinky was not there yet. When the mayor arrived, there was still no sign of her. I wondered where she could be. The mayor started the judging by sampling a cottage cheese pie. The contestants watched eagerly as he worked his way through an oatmeal prune square, a raisin pound cake, and an orange marmalade tart. I started to worry. Would Aunt Pinky get here before the contest ended? The mayor was biting into a sour cream babka when I finally spotted Aunt Pinky. She was pulling something so huge, people had to get out of the way to let her through. Lulu, I've outdone myself this time, she told me. When she arrived at the booth, she unveiled her masterpiece. What in the world is that? Gasped the mayor. I couldn't decide which one of my favorite recipes to make, explained Aunt Pinky, so I made them all. It's a triple chocolate yummy bunny cocoa fudge frenzy tort surprise. The crowd cheered. It was the most wonderful dessert we had ever seen. Well, almost everyone cheered. The mayor sniffed loudly and said, "Quiet, please. I have made my decision." Then he gave the first prize to a teeny tiny, no sugar, no honey, no fat, no icing piece of crumb cake with not even a bit of chocolate. I demanded to know why Aunt Pinky had lost. There are rules, my dear, the mayor declared. That looks like more than one dessert to me. I was all set to give him a piece of my mind when Aunt Pinky spoke. Sometimes, Mr. Mayor, to create something extraordinary, you have to bend the rules. She quickly covered the giant dessert. Lulu, I know just the spot for this baby, she said cheerfully. It wasn't long before everyone heard about Aunt Pinky's giant dessert. People started coming from all over just to see the triple chocolate yummy bunny cocoa fudge frenzy tort surprise. You can't miss it. It's right in front of the enormously popular Pinky's Sweet Tooth. Just looking at that giant cake makes people hungry. It's a good thing we have so many yummy desserts to eat. The only hard part is just picking one. Look at all those, making me hungry over here. I'd like to thank everyone for letting me share this story with them. I hope that everyone has a safe and happy holidays. Thank you again.